Hi, I'm Angie Wiley, Mindset Performance Coach with You Are Strong, and today I want to touch on the cost of hesitation. So, if you have watched athletics, watched sports, you have seen the situation when there's an athlete out there, they pause, they hesitate, right before a play, and then you can see them get in their head, start to second guess themselves, and their confidence can drop. And this is rarely a situation where they don't have the talent, don't have the ability, or they absolutely know the play, they know what they're doing, but they get in their head and they hesitate. And the cost of hesitation is real because it takes you out of flow. Really, truly, whether you are an athlete or you are in life, in business, whatever it is, I've seen that continue on. Of course, I experienced as an athlete. And then as I have gone through my career in coaching and sales, and then I end up working with athletes. But even as I am stepping forward in my business and you go after that next level, it is so easy to hesitate, to pause, to not go after that thing that we know that we are supposed to be doing, and get in our head and overthink it. And I think many times we feel like we're not ready, we haven't done enough training, we're not quite there yet. And all of those things can cause that hesitation. So whether you are in sports and it's live and you second guess yourself and you take yourself out of flow, or if you are in life and you know that you are supposed to take action on something, but you are hesitating and you are pausing. And so many times I think it's overthinking and trying to know how everything is supposed to be supposed to unfold before you take the action on it or before you do the thing. And the reality is that we so many times don't get clarity and don't know what that next step is until you're actually doing it, which means getting out of your head and just taking action and getting out of that hesitation mode. So we've got to move to create that clarity. And when you start to move, really truly, whether you make mistakes in that movement or not, and I'm just going to go back to, working with athletes. So many times I think athletes also hesitate because they are trying not to make a mistake. And what they will do is slow down with that pause. They may then only go 70 or 80% because they are trying to play perfect. They're trying to avoid that mistake. And when I work with them, I tell them that truly is a mistake in and of itself, because you cannot reach your next level that you are going after when you are only giving it 70 to 80%. And that is true for whether you're an athlete, whether it's life, business, whatever it is that you are going after to reach your next step. So the fact is that we've got to go all out and got to get out of our own way. And what that means is, if you have done the work, if you are putting in what you need to put in to whatever it is that you're building, if you're an athlete and you're hitting that next level athletically, or if you are working towards something in life, you've got to trust that you've done the work, that you've put the effort in, and really, truly, you've got to go for it. And when you go for it, you've got to give yourself that grace and space to make mistakes, because anytime you're up leveling, it is not going to be perfect. And so there's going to be those imperfections in there. And that's honestly how we figure it out. It's how you grow. It's how you reach your next level. So, giving yourself that grace for mistakes is huge. And so, as an athlete, I would tell you, you've got to get out there, you've got to give it 100%, and let yourself make those mistakes and then grow from it and build on them and figure out how you can correct them and can continue to get better. And the same thing applies in life. And again, I look at it even for me in building my business, building to my next level. You've got to get out of your own way, and you've got to be willing to show up and it not be perfect. And it's kind of that imperfect action that I like to talk about, and giving yourself grace when the mistakes happen. So trusting yourself is big, stepping into it, stepping into that next level, because I think so many times when we're in hesitation, we actually think that protects us and it protects our performance. But the only thing that it does is it actually holds our performance back.